For more than a decade, Sony's A6000 series has been one of the company's most important and recognizable product lines. These cameras manage to strike a balance that appealed to an incredibly broad audience. Compact and travel-friendly bodies, impressive image quality, fast autofocus, and prices that felt approachable compared to higher-end gear. Over time, this formula helps Sony secure a loyal base of enthusiasts, casual shooters, and even aspiring professionals. The A6000 family became almost a default recommendation for anyone looking for a lightweight, capable APS-C system. But the lineup has evolved in interesting ways. In recent years, Sony began moving some of the technology that originally defined the 6000 series into other models, like the creator-focused CVE10 and the more advanced A6700. This left a noticeable gap in the middle of the APS-C lineup. At the lower end, you had the entry-level A6100, solid but showing its age. At the upper end, the A6700 offered pro-level features at a higher cost. What was missing was a camera that sat between those two extremes, one that could bring modern technology into a mid-range, travel-friendly body without forcing buyers to stretch their budget too far. This is where the rumored Sony A6200 enters the conversation. For many followers of Sony's product strategy, the idea of an A6200 makes perfect sense. It would logically fill the gap between the A6100 and A6700, offering a modernized entry to mid-tier APS-C camera. Such a model could leverage Sony's proven sensor technology and updated processing while staying true to the compact form factor that has made the A6000 series so popular. According to multiple rumor roundups, the Sony A6200 is expected to feature Sony's 26-megapixel APS-C sensor, the same basic imager found in the A6700 and some of the recent CV series models. That choice would be both strategic and practical. The 26MP sensor has already proven itself to be a great balance of resolution, low light performance, and manageable file sizes. At 26 megapixels, photographers have enough resolution to crop aggressively when needed, while still enjoying strong performance at higher ISOs. If Sony really does bring that sensor down into a compact A6200 body, the result would be a camera that immediately feels far more modern than the aging A6100 generation. And yet, it wouldn't carry the higher price tag that accompanies enthusiast-oriented bodies like the A6700. From a business perspective, the move is also logical. Sony could reuse a proven sensor, fine-tune the processor and firmware, and create a camera that delivers excellent performance while keeping costs in check. This kind of smart product math has always been part of Sony's strategy, and the A6200 seems like the perfect candidate for it. Of course, a modern sensor alone is not enough. Autofocus and processing speed are now among the most important factors for photographers and videographers alike. Sony has steadily improved autofocus across its recent APS-C cameras, combining better sensor readout speeds with more powerful processors and sophisticated algorithms. The rumor landscape suggests that the Sony A6200 will inherit not only the 26MP sensor, but also some of Sony's most current AF technologies and a faster processing pipeline. This would mean real-time subject tracking, improved face and eye detection, and faster responsiveness overall. For everyday shooters, these differences are not just technical. They directly affect whether the camera nails focus on a moving subject or misses the shot. For vloggers and hybrid creators who rely heavily on autofocus performance, this could be one of the most important upgrades. A dependable AF system is what allows them to focus on storytelling without worrying about whether the camera is keeping up. If the A6200 delivers modern AF performance at a mid-range price point, it would immediately become one of the most appealing cameras in its class. Video is another area where expectations are high. The A6000 series has always catered to both photographers and casual videographers, but the world has changed. In 2025, no camera can afford to offer subpar video features if it wants to remain relevant. Fans of the series are expecting the A6200 to provide reliable, high-quality 4K video at practical frame rates. Rumors vary when it comes to specifics. Some suggest that the A6200 could offer 4K at 30 frames per second, while others believe 4K at 60p may be included. Whether Sony chooses to offer 10-bit recording, advanced codecs, or external RAW output is less certain. But most observers agree on one thing: Sony will not release a new APS-C body without competent 4K video. The emphasis here isn't on matching the A6700 in every respect, but on delivering video performance that is strong enough for vloggers, content creators, and hybrid shooters. Rolling shutter performance, color handling, and autofocus in video mode will matter more than headline specs. A camera like the A6200 needs to strike a balance: good enough video quality to feel current, but simplified enough to keep the price and complexity under control. The physical design of the Sony A6200 is another topic of discussion among leakers and fans. Historically, the A6000 family has been celebrated for its compact and lightweight design. These cameras were easy to travel with, small enough to fit into a jacket pocket or bag, and yet solid enough to feel trustworthy during daily use. Reports suggest the A6200 will continue in this tradition, offering a small body with an easy-to-hold grip and a rear screen that supports flexible shooting. There are whispers that the screen could be a fully articulating touchscreen, a move that would support vlogging and more versatile composition options. The question of an electronic viewfinder (EVF) is more controversial. Some leaks suggest the A6200 could drop an integrated EVF altogether to reduce cost and size, essentially leaning into a vlogger-friendly design. Others argue that Sony will include a modest EVF to keep photographers happy. Either choice would reveal a lot about who Sony intends the A6200 to serve: photographers who still value traditional framing, or video creators who prioritize compactness and a lower price. Price will ultimately be the deciding factor for many potential buyers. The A6700 sits comfortably as an enthusiast-level APS-C camera with a higher price tag and a rich feature set. Below that, the market still demands a camera that's affordable but capable, something hobbyists, beginners, and even professionals who want a backup body can consider without hesitation. The Sony A6200, if it arrives as rumors suggest, could be one of the most important APS-C cameras of 2025 by reusing proven technology like the 26MP sensor, adding updated autofocus and processing power, and delivering reliable 4K video. Sony could create a mid-range model that appeals to a wide audience of photographers and creators. Compact, versatile, and likely affordable, the A6200 has the potential to carry on the legacy of the A6000 family while also adapting to the demands of today's content-driven world. Whether it becomes a bestseller will depend on how Sony balances features, design choices, and pricing. But one thing is certain: the anticipation surrounding this rumored release proves that there's still a strong appetite for compact APS-C cameras that deliver real value without compromise.